Hey guys, Christopher Comic Book University, and just getting some FaceTime with not FaceTime. Sorry, I tried to do FaceTime. He didn't answer. With but some messages back and forth with Lewis from the Geek Fortress. He liked the movie. I don't know how the heck he liked this movie, but then again, he also liked Batman vs Superman for like 2, 3, 4, 6 months, whatever. It was a couple, quite a number of months until he finally saw the light, and he's like, "Man, screw this. You know what? Let's do this movie. Let's do this movie right here, all right? Let's have Batman. Let's have Trinity right here, all right? Now listen, I'm going to tell you flat out, all jokes aside, I didn't like this movie. All right? Let's see from the very beginning. All right, what do we got there? We got it starts off like I said in the spoiler-free, the non-spoiler review. It starts off with, everything's looking dim and grim and dismal and all that stuff. And there's some, I don't think it's a real Superman. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't care. There's some Superman there, and somebody's doing a little like video phone thing on him. It's like, oh, what do you like the most about Earth and blah blah blah. And he's like answering a bunch of questions. Like, is that really mean hope on your planet? Yeah, it's like it curves and it comes back around again. And it's like, shut up, man. Shut your mouth. Then at one point, it says, what do you like best about Earth? And he goes, and then it completely cuts out. So what does he like best about Earth? Then it goes into the really grim, like it is absolutely dystopian. It's like everybody's like it looks like something out of freaking Terminator in the future, or what the heck is that movie that I should have seen instead of this? Futuristic version of this futuristic movie. Oh, for crying out loud! How did I forget this movie? Blade Runner. All right, the further future, post Blade Runner movie. Anyway, definitely should have seen that rather than this, I guess. It's like just the scene of like, Metropolis is falling apart, Superman is dead, and people are nibbling. And everywhere you look, there are these big posters, and you know what? Like, you're not going to get it unless you read the old Superman, Death of Superman comics, okay? Like me, like Lewis, like a lot of you guys out there, I'm sure, comic book fans, we get it. We see the big black banner with the silver Superman thing on it. It's like, that's supposed to be like the cover. Death of Superman, there's the blood red falling down. And then there was the armband, the black armband. If you ever opened up one of those black bags, yeah, there's the black armband inside with the Death of Superman thing on it. You're supposed to wear it and be like, I'm mourning a comic book character, because as if we didn't get beaten up enough in school. Okay, so, we got it. We got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here's the thing. All the movies preceding this, when did Superman ever actually inspire hope? Again, just like in the spoiler-free review, there was white Jesus Superman going down to South America, and they were worshiping him. Oh, let me just touch the hem of your cape. Get the hell out of here with that. So, Superman didn't inspire hope a single time. Not one time, not in The Man of Steel, not in BVS, not in... He wasn't in anything else. It was just those two movies, wasn't it? He did not inspire hope there. So the idea that everybody's like, it's a world without hope. It's a world without Superman. Where's our Superman? Oh, woe is us. Superman is dead. He actually was good for us. Granted, you had these effing freaking giant spaceships coming down, and he was involved in destroying Metropolis from top to bottom and just wrecked everything. And you might say, yeah, but it wasn't his fault that they invaded. Here's the thing. Do the people of Metropolis know that? Because no, they don't. No, they don't. We had the court hearings and all that stuff in Capitol Hill and all that. I mean, it's like he was branded a terrorist. He was branded a menace. So where exactly was the hope that these guys... Like, there was a movie missing in between the battle that Superman had, the Trinity had with Doomsday. There was a battle, there was an entire movie missing where suddenly Superman decided to inspire hope with everybody. Because all I saw in all the other movies, in the two other movies before that, was Kevin Costner, Pa Kent, talking about, you don't owe the world nothing. You don't owe the world anything. Well, should I just let them die? Maybe. Like, it was the most despondent Pa Kent I could possibly imagine. Kevin Costner was still good in the movie because it's Kevin Costner. I like me some Kevin Costner. But, you know, you can't play Renegade when you're actually trying to play the role of Pa Kent. So, I'm sorry, when did Superman ever inspire hope? Even his mom. Even his mom. Oh my God, when she got out of the car and saw that he was still alive. Yeah, he was alive. When she got out of the car and like, you know, came around and she came over, she didn't look like my son? My adopted son that I found in a rocket ship, you know, and wrapped in a red cape that he eventually decided to wear. And yeah, oh my God. No, she got out and she looked like she was about to charge out and whoop somebody's ass. That's what it looked like to me. That was the look that she had on her face. And her body language, like leaning forward, like that. It's like, dude, what the hell? I could have sworn she acted better than that. So she's just, oh, horrible. Horrible. This was just so bad, guys. I didn't get this at all. I didn't get this. Superman never inspired hope, so nobody was going to miss him. And you know what? Let's be honest. It was probably a lot quieter in the world without Superman there. You know? Because before Superman came, it's just regular stuff happening. So, jeez. So we have a scene much like the opening scene for the original New 52, where Batman goes out and he's trying to capture a parademon. He's like, it's a scout. And you know what I'm saying? Going after it, whatnot. But he just took this dude out. He just took this dude, captured him, wrapped him up. I guess he was a criminal. He had a pistol on him. He was taking out some garbage. He was just taking out garbage. And then he saw this guy. We don't know if I guess he was a criminal. He had a pistol on him. But, you know, conceal and carry, Second Amendment rights. This guy had a gun on him, you know? And Batman's just standing there staring at him down alley. So the guy's like, oh, crap. And he takes a couple shots at him, takes a bunch of shots at him, tries to actually kill the Batman. Batman comes around and he captures him, puts the net around him, and then holds him over the edge of this building. And the guy's like, oh, my God, what do you want? Oh, what do you want? He says, your fear. Oh, why? Because they can smell it. And then a parademon comes up from out of the smoke in the bottom of the Gotham alley, and Batman like pulls the guy out of the way, and he was obviously using him as bait, and jumps on the parademon, and he had no plan after that. Guys, this was the stupidest thing. Like, I'm sorry, did Batman just use a person who we can neither confirm nor deny was a criminal? And if he was a criminal, here's my big question to you. If you're gonna sit and say he was clearly a criminal, you have to just accept that he was a criminal. Well, then I guess I also have to accept that he wasn't enough of a criminal that Batman actually brought him into justice. He left him in the little net thing. The guy was able to clearly hop around all over the place and then get away because Batman just left. The guy even said to him, hey, you know, what is that? It's a scout. You mean like there's more of those things? Yeah. Well, what are we going to do without Superman? Batman just gives a look and looks away. And then Bat grapples away. Just leaves the guy. Guess he wasn't that big of a criminal at all. Or we're to just assume that he was a regular old guy who had a concealed carry license and the pistol itself, and Batman just used him as bait for a freaking alien menace. This would be the scene where Green Lantern comes out. You know, in the New 52, the opening Justice League scene. He didn't. There was no Green Lantern in this movie, except there was a flashback scene where Wonder Woman's explained to all the guys on the team, yeah, there was a time when, like, other heroes from other galaxies, other sectors, heroes, you know, interdimensional cops from space. Basically, just say freaking Green Lanterns, please. There was a Green Lantern in there. I don't know which one it was. Just whatever, something with teeth. And he just starts, you know, hitting things with a big hammer, you know, big Green Lantern solid energy construct hammer. Cool. It was actually kind of cool. And he got beat and he got killed, and the ring just flew away past Steppenwolf in the past. And he's like, and he goes on and he starts killing more people. And there was this guy there that either he was Zeus or he was actually Shazam, like the original, the wizard Shazam from way back in the day. And he's just sitting there. It's like, what am I watching here? What am I watching? This was just sad. This was sad. There was no reason to invent. Like, you had armies of Amazonians, armies of the Amazons, and gods, like the old gods, coming down. You know, an old god like what's his name? Bleh, Ares that we saw in the Wonder Woman movie. So powerful. Yeah, we had gods down here, and superheroes, and Amazons, and Atlanteans, all these different beings, and they went after Steppenwolf, and practically by himself he thwarted them all until it was a lucky shot, and he got. And here, just a couple of Justice Leaguers take the dude out. Look, Superman comes back, all right. And I actually saw this in the leaked footage, and it didn't look any better on the live screen when he comes back. He's a little bit crazy. He does the whole, "Do you tell me, do you bleed?" to Batman. And it's like, nobody in the theater was all like, whoa. Like, there was only one time that everybody, said a single peep, and it was you saw in the trailer when Batman is trying to recruit Barry Allen. That was it. That's the only time anybody even made a peep. And like, I was actually more annoyed than anything else. It's like, guys, seriously, you saw this scene already. Nobody made a peep for the entire rest of the movie. The entire rest of the movie. Some guy tried to start a slow clap that went maybe four. Maybe he did a fourth one. Like, it was so sad. This was just such a sad movie. I didn't see anything that made me go, wow. There was nothing special about this movie whatsoever. Every single time that you see Wonder Woman, like I said, you remember when Wonder Woman's all like, she does the in the first movie, and she does that like a couple of times. She does it no less than 6 times in this movie. It may have been more than 6 times. She does it she does it point blank, no further than you and me right now, me and the camera. No further than this, right in front of a normal civilian guy. Yeah, he had a Tommy gun on, a machine gun, whatever he had, but, he was a bad guy, but she literally just, right in front of him and did the whole boom thing. And so you just killed a human who you could have easily just, plucked him in the head, flicked him in the head, and he would have gone down, and you could have brought him into the police. No, you'd rather actually murder the guy. Okay? Look, nobody inspired hope in this. Not a single person inspired hope. There was a race between the Flash and Superman, and Superman won. Superman beat the Flash. That's it. So why is the Flash even on the team? What's the point? What's the point of having the second fastest guy on there? Plus, Wonder Woman is almost as fast as Superman. So that means that she's probably as fast as the Flash? We don't need the Flash. The only thing he can do is super speed. If Superman and Wonder Woman are just as fast or faster, we don't need this cat. He didn't add anything to the movie. There was so much in this movie that you had to have been a fan of the comics. Like him going to see his dad, the Flash going to see his dad at Iron Heights. I don't remember if they actually said Iron Heights Penitentiary, but, it's in the comics, Iron Heights. He goes up and he's having the conversation with him, and literally it's like they did it probably 1,000,000,000 times better in the Grant Gustin TV series, and of course in the comic books it was so much better. Sorry, it was not anything special in the movie. It was nothing. You had to already have a backstory on this to have any clue as to what in the hell you were watching. If you didn't know comics, this movie's not for you. You're not going to get some of the things that are happening here, and it's going to be like, what's happening? Yeah, it was bad, guys. Oh my God, this movie was just so bad. It's not that it was horrible, but I definitely feel like I wasted my money watching. And like, that's a horrible feeling. Feeling like you spent, for me, it was 17, I see it in 3D, $17.99. Grand, that's Canadian, so it's like $4 American. I'm joking. It's like one of my favorite jokes, favorite stupid jokes. It was more like, about $15 to go and see this movie. I feel like I was robbed. You know what I'm saying? At least if, somebody mugged me for 15, US out of my pocket, I'd have that adrenaline rush, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I could play Hero or something like that, This was just a train wreck. nobody was interesting in this. Nobody. And like I said, the entire movie, Wonder Woman is just, putting everything into it in slow motion. It's like, just stop. Just stop. It lost its flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like, for something that she almost never does in the comic books, and you did it a minimum of 6 times in this movie, you are useless. You're useless. You know what? You're off the team. The bracelets can stay. We'll give them to the Flash. Maybe he could actually be useful. Just horrible. Horrible. And like Terminator 1 style acting for the guy who's playing Cyborg. Just so sad. So many things in this movie that just failed miserably. The fight with Superman versus everybody, it's like so you're literally just looking for a reason for everybody to fight. You're just looking for a reason. And then Amy Adams shows up, the Lois Lane. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Like Superman shows up and everybody's just like, they're blaming Bruce Wayne. They're blaming Batman. Why? Wonder Woman didn't show any particular interest in Superman at the time. She didn't all like, oh, you're Superman. You have inspired so much hope in people. She didn't say that in Batman vs Superman. BVS, that didn't happen. None of the stuff happened. None of the stuff that they're acting like happened. When he shows up and everybody's just looking on, it's like, why? Why? And then to boot, Lois Lane, just as an aside, Lois Lane says he's sitting there feeling the leaves of corn in the field. What the fuck are you doing, you idiot? What are you doing? There's you can hear all around the world, right? Because that's how you knew that Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen were in trouble in BVS, and you flew all the way around. So you didn't hear that the world is under siege right now. There's another light in the sky with a portal, and parademons are coming out of this portal, and there's a big glowing bubble on the ground, and it's glowing, and it's making the sky red. It's glowing. All right, that's the big MacGuffin in all these DC movies at this point, right? There's something glowing. You attack the glowing thing. We're just moths to the flame. That's what we are. Attack the glowing thing. You'll win the day. The credits will roll. Good job. There was nothing. There was nothing about this movie. There was nothing special whatsoever about this movie. Goes up there and they're all just like, shut up, man. You could have played the most heartwarming music in the world. I still wouldn't have been moved. Why do they think that Superman is special in this movie? I know why he's special. You know what I'm saying? In the comic books, because all the things that he does. He didn't do any of those. He didn't do a single one of those things over here. On top of that, picking up an entire building and flying faster than the Flash. He's picking up an entire apartment building. So it's like, what, 4 to 6 stories tall and at least 10 apartments wide, long. And he's two little, they're not like Donald Trump size hands, but he's 2 little tiny Superman hands holding up this entire freaking, building, and just greatest foundation ever. He must have brought it with him and just whoop, and he's flying fast. Come on, man. Come on. Just literally showing, and at the end, the final battle, I want you to seriously think about this. I know that they showed this in the Justice League cartoon, which I'm showing the little, animated clip there. They always say well, Superman always pretty much did everything. We just kind of tagged along. And if Superman's gone, what are we going to do? You'll actually have to work your butt off, I guess. But here, they were working their butts off in every way, shape, and form. And all of a sudden, Superman finally shows up. And he shows up and he starts fighting this guy. And Steppenwolf can't hurt this guy in the slightest bit. So I know you guys. I know. We've had this debate for a long time, and finally we're at the level in the comic books where it's okay, Wonder Woman is just as powerful as Superman. If they were to fight each other, we don't actually know who would win. Well, that's all out the window now because more people have seen this movie than what read the comic books, and they're all just yeah, Superman's uber powerful, and Wonder Woman's kind of a punk here. She's kind of a punk. What is she gonna do? She didn't have a chance against Superman. She got in one good headbutt, and after that, he got in 2, put her through the ground. She's nothing compared to Superman. She's nothing. She's a joke. Yep, there you go. You just set back the Wonder Woman movement back 4 decades. Good job on that. freaking DC. Like, what are you doing to me here? So, just, he goes down and he's beating up on Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf can't get a single lick in edgewise. And he's like, oh, hey, there's civilians out there. And Batman's like, no, I sent the Flash. He's the fastest man alive. Yeah, it's not good enough. So he leaves them to fight this guy who was killing them, flies out, saves the day. Barry Allen saves 3, maybe 4 people. I think he saved like 3 or 4 people, like whatever, in one truck. He saved one little truck full of people. That's it. One family. Superman goes and saves at least one apartment building. An apartment complex, for crying out loud. Why was the Flash there? Why was anybody there? And Superman just comes in and literally swoops in and then he flies back. You guys haven't beaten this guy yet? Oh, F you, you narcissistic piece of dog crap. Like, you just made me hate Superman. I can't believe they made me actually get angry at Superman. Like, to sit there and, oh, you haven't beaten this guy yet? Cyborg got ripped in half, brother. He got his leg ripped off and all this stuff, and his hand, all his armor just ripped. He got shredded in this. Dude could have died. You're cracking jokes? What are you, the Amazing Spider-Man? Shut up. Shut up. Let people do their jobs. Something. He just comes in there and he literally saves the entire day. I hated this movie. You tell me what was so great about the movie. Please, in the name of DC Comics, please tell me what was good in this movie in the comments below, because I hated this movie. I despised this. I was so disappointed. I'm more upset that I knew in my heart of hearts, but I was like, it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? No. Go in there and hope for the best. Hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, hope, mi hombre, hope. Nope. Hopeless. I was so mad at this movie. So mad. I was kind of hoping Doomsday would come back and just be like, yeah, you're better off dead. Just, you're dead. Oh my God, this was so stupid. So mad at how bad this was. So mad. Anyway, guys, I'm out. I'm going to go get some food. You know what? It's 11:15. I'm going to make some mac and cheese and start thinking of what I'm going to do for my Explained in a Minute. By the way, guys, just a heads up. In case you didn't hear before, there will be no Spotlight on Story this week because, yeah, no. I just did all 13 episodes of The Punisher and this, 2 reviews for this. Sorry, guys. I'm spent. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University, thanks for commiserating with me. Class dismissed.